What? Hi.
Look at these guys.
Completely, yes.
After a disastrous sub meal, it's time to game.
Yeah, it
All
won't
right.
work. It's frozen, but I can talk.
Well,
There we go.
this is his life. There. Yeah. That's his life. And that's his dog. Look at that guy. Yeah. Look at that. What a Kodak moment this is. Yeah. Dumping his dog on the snout. Anyway.
It's saying that I have no games, but I have like over 60.
That's his life. And goodbye. Oh.
Oh. Hey.
Hi, everybody. You might be asking yourself, oh, my head's falling out. What are these two awesome looking dudes doing here sitting on the floor? And my head's getting chopped off. We had an accident. Tell them about it.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what he did, but I know what happened after he did it. Because it was his fault.
He don't might necessarily know how it was caused, but he knows what happened.
So he bumped the table or something. The whole entire thing, the stands under it, fell apart. It fell onto the ground, knocking everything on the table off. The drinks all over the floor, napkins flying everywhere, stands falling down, cameras flying everywhere, laptops falling. Ugh, that was a mess.
Well, until we go any further,
And I had to clean it up.
we're having Subway. I'm having Italian BMT. His poor toasted sub is cold. Dog's mad. Kitchen's a disaster. Our table is jacked up probably about 6, 7, 8 inches from off the floor with different things. And it collapsed. Now our table looks strange sitting so low on the floor, but there's junk everywhere. So I like, let's grab like a light or two. Let's just move the camera and we're gonna sit on the floor real quick.
By the fireplace.
Because we really wanted to make this show. We just didn't know that everything that could go wrong would go wrong. Even after we moved over here, this software that I had wouldn't load. Having to restart everything.
As failed as it could get.
Was it Murphy's Law? Is that the one? What can go wrong will go wrong. Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm all crunched up here on the floor. I don't feel good at all. But, hey, Saru, Saru. I'm sorry, as Archie Bunker would say. But this sub is good.
I know.
Italian
It's cold,
BMT. You're slinging stuff at me. And along with the regular meats, I got lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, onions.
Oh, I got those chips. Hot Sprite.
I even messed up at Subway. I'm not even feeling good. I'm cranky. He's like, which drink do I got? There's like 3 different cups sticking up out of the table. I'm like, grab that one. But Dad, I was like, get that one. He goes, fills it up. The guy's like, you could have got a bigger one. Like, yeah, Branson's really going to like that when I tell him.
And then he got me not as much drink as he could have. And then he basically got rid of my drink.
Yeah, lost it when the table tipped over.
Lost his tea, lost my Sprite, but we had baby Sprites here, so whatever.
That was your leftover tea.
Oh. So both my drinks were lost.
Both of your drinks were lost.
You're mean.
Mine's a canned drink. You left a partially drank.
Aw, it's a heart.
The dog's losing his mind over there. But we're real close to him eating somewhere different. You know, he's like, I want to investigate.
He's right around the corner.
We were really looking forward to making this show.
Can I please talk about myself?
Talk about your sub.
You usually talk about yourself and you
You talk about it. That's a wonderful sub, and I'm going to try it one of these days.
It is the chicken bacon ranch sub, but instead of ranch, provolone cheese. Isn't awesome? With the Italian herb and cheese stuff bread. It's so good.
Got all that bacon in it. Looks good.
This one doesn't have much bacon.
I'm not very adventurous there. I usually get about the same 3 or 4 subs.
This is the only sub I get.
None of them that I get are the chicken or turkey sub. I mostly like the Italian BMT. Any kind of like Italian, salami in it. Sub. Steak and cheese, meatball. Tuna, roast beef. That's usually kind of where I'm at.
Have you ever had a chicken sub?
Mm-mm. Can't say that I have.
You can start now. Try it.
Mm-mm. I think I'm only going to eat half of this sub.
Yeah, same here.
This is on the early side of dinner. And we'll have, well, not anymore since our fiasco. Branson was very nice. And he said, Dad, I'm not going to run off the game immediately. I'm going to help you. You wouldn't believe.
Puppy. No.
Just out of camera view on our table, because you can only see like the 1/3 of our table on most videos. 2/3 of it, I usually have all kinds of wires to napkins to just every kind of junk you wouldn't believe is just out of camera view. All of that went to the floor along with the drinks. I've never showed anybody what is holding up our table, but most of you will know. If you've ever jacked up a bed, you know those things you can buy? They're kind of cone shaped. I'm using 4 of those. One, and then 1 brick under all of those. So it's a brick and a bed jacker upper thing.
You still don't want me to tell everybody that.
Well, we're not highfalutin, big budgeted people here. I knew we had to couldn't have our food down here and do a proper mukbang. Camera has to be a mile away. So the closer you can then zoom in, you don't have to have all this and you can get the camera really close. So I'm like, we really got to get that food closer to us. We got to jack up that table. Soon I'm going to just move to a picnic table. I think that'll be easier to get up in the air a little bit.
Mm-hmm. This is so good.
I believe the picnic table will have the 2 legs coming down in a straight bar across. I could probably get a milk crate or something and have it up. And that's easier, I think, to deal with than 4 legs of a table that has a glass top on it.
If you're on a diet, don't get this.
Or that.
Yeah. Well, more. That one would be fine. This is not.
Now, this has got salami and stuff, and that's fatty meat.
But think of all the vegetables you got in there.
You don't get the cheese on it. Now, the best is get like a turkey without cheese. On wheat, you're not doing too bad there. Don't use mayonnaise. Maybe use mustard or something.
one of the few mukbangs you can, or the only mukbang you can see all of our body. You see my legs, you can see it.
I'm glad I'm wearing a black shirt this time. It kind of hides my gut a little bit.
I'm failing on that department. Let
You
it shine, let
just
it shine.
stretch your shirt out a little bit, like over your knees. Yes. Put it over that knee. There you go. Gut camouflage.
Got a big sideways gut.
Now it just makes it look like a gut. I think you were better off before.
Yep.
So, last night Branson was sick, and it won't until now.
Actually, it was this morning.
Yeah, early morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Poor thing.
I was puking. I was freaking out. Couldn't go.
He did eat decent for breakfast, then kind of petered out for lunch. And we was ready for this one. We're going to chow down, hopefully have a good, successful show with no major setbacks. Like, cameras going dead in the middle of the show. Telephone calls, people knocking on the doors. Stuff that always happens.
I'm sorry. You must have sounded like that.
That reminds me when he was a child. You could buy him a nice Christmas present and then he would play with the box. Should have just got him boxes for Christmas. Could have saved some money. Especially big boxes when you were really little. Because then they could be things to climb in and drape, flatten out and drape over coffee tables. All right, foghorn leghorn. Do it again. Anyway.
I know. For a second, that timer was going down by 10 seconds at a time.
So hopefully this weekend we're going to record some more shows.
Ooh.
This was the only one for this week so far that we've recorded. And it was a disaster. But hopefully we'll be set back up and back to our usual selves.
Hey, there, look. Blue, blue, black, black. See, it's a crisscross.
Huh?
Blue shirt,
Uh-huh.
blue jeans,
Right.
black shirt,
Uh-huh.
black sweatpants.
Crisscross applesauce?
Ducks in the pond. I don't even do, like, crisscross applesauce stuff. If you guys didn't notice, I'm sitting like this and not like this. It's because I'd never, just for the longest time, I'd sit with my legs over top of each other, just like that.
We did go to the gym today. Even if we don't been talking about it or showing it. Had a good workout, didn't we? Then played a little bit of basketball. So for all the haters, he doesn't always eat unhealthy. And we do get exercise. How much exercise did you get today, hater? I'm definitely not one of those people that are going to harp about, make sure you get more exercise, this, that, and other. Coming from a doctor who's a chain smoker, doesn't look like he's worked out in 50 years.
I remember seeing this video on YouTube. And the guy in the video said, YouTube can be hard. A guy in the comments said, YouTube is easy. People replied to him so much. And everybody checked his channel, he had 6 subscribers. And no views. And no videos.
Not to be conceited or anything, but some of Branson's school classmates have poked fun at him for making these shows. I said, well, ask him how many subscribers they got. I said, at least we're picking up some. I said, besides, he has a regular gaming channel anyway. Tell him you do goofy shows with your dad. That's what your dad's, family channel is. Always hate her. But anyway, I do like Subway now and again. There's better sub places out there, I think. But you can get a lot of different toppings at Subway, more than you can get at most places. And choices of bread, so they got that going for them,
Mm-hmm.
What other sub place can you choose between about 4 or 5 different types of bread?
This has more chips than usual. These bags usually have way less. I want to say some thank you to all the people defending us against the haters. We had a few people say something mean and people would just reply back to it.
Mm-hmm.
They would defend us against them. Thank you to all those people. I'm going to give one a shout out. Fit Andrew.
Yeah. She don't like it if you talk bad about him. Remember when you're pointing at somebody, the thumb's pointing back at you.
There's one other person. Can't remember their name. If you see this video, just say that was you in the comments, but they said a comment. They said something like, all the people who leave a hate comment, I'll defend you guys, something like that. They'll reply back to them. So shout out to whoever you are.
Yes, thank you for all the comments.
I'm sorry.
Branson and me are really just so anxious and flattered that we'll make a video, and then almost immediately when it's posted, a lot of times in our East Coast time, that's 3 a.m. Most of our videos go up at 3 a.m. They're starting to get watched immediately in comments. Boy, just all the comments that start floating in that first day the video's out, and then it usually kind of dries up. But we just love to see those comments. You never know what someone's going to post. It might be negative, positive, funny. You never know. So we always anxiously look that next day. What does somebody say?
I'm almost done. I remember one person, it made my heart just go when they wrote the comment, they said something like, this video makes me believe in humankind again or something, have faith in humankind.
I wasn't sure what they meant by that, but I like the comment nonetheless. Okay, so
thank you.
This is probably going to be one of the last times we're going to be eating on the floor in front of the fireplace.
So probably the only time.
But I liked when Branson did some shows before. The Life of a Fourth Grader, which is almost a year old because he's way into the life of a fifth grader. But we shot it here a little bit differently in a different time of day, and all the blues in his eyes really come out in those videos. But it's a little later in the day and it's mostly shadows. But nonetheless, we thank you for watching. And Taz will be glad that we're wrapping this up and we're going to let him out. Branson's going to help me clean up a little bit. He's actually going to let me edit video, because he's going to play on the Xbox instead of the PC. So, until next time.
Scratch my back.
Goodbye for Taz, Branson, and me.
Bye-bye, Taz.
Goodbye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ooh.
Oh, you got potato chip breath.
Bye-bye.
Bye.